Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. This is Mark. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. So I've gotten a few questions. As you know, I sold off a large chunk of my FTD vinyls, but I ended up keeping a handful of them, actually more than a handful. But the ones that I sold, I'm totally cool with. I was able to get a pretty decent sizable chunk of money to do some upgrades in the house, to buy a couple of things that we really wanted. So yeah, it worked out for everybody involved. I was able to sell some to some people that had reached out and said, hey, this is the last album I need to complete my collection. I've been looking high and low, and you have it. So that makes me happy. I was very pleased to be able to help those folks out. So what are the ones that I decided to keep? So this is what this video is about. So this is a no-brainer. My favorite soundtrack, top 3 favorite album of all time. This is the very first release that came out from FTD back in 2009. This has the hype, as you can see on there. Just a beautiful record. And, I couldn't part with this one. So there's that one. This one I kept because it's unique. This was, of course, this was released, Viva Las Vegas. This was released as an EP back in 1964, but FTD gave it a full release. So great cover. And then those, here are the song listings, if you can see those. I never know what you guys can see when I do these videos. For one, you have the glare, which I hate, but then those are the songs. Hopefully you can see them. Just some really cool cover art. And this is actually, this is 2010, I believe. 2010. So this is one of probably the first, maybe the 5th one that was released, 6th one. I don't know, but love this record and held on to this. This next one also is a favorite. I do have the FTD sessions of this. And the reason why I sold some of the other ones is I do have them on the FTD CD. But this one, I just love this album. I love that they kept the original cover art. This one's getting really hard to find and get to. So this one I really wanted to hold on to. Just a really great album. This one's another one that I wanted to keep. Love this cover, love the coloring, love the artwork. Just a really cool release. There's the back. They kept the same artwork on the back, but it's an alternate shot that was taken during those photo sessions. So that one is remaining in my collection. This is another one. The next few are definitely no-brainers that I had to keep. That's the Way It Is, special edition. That cover is just, that could have been the original cover, and I think it would have outdone the cover shot that they went with. Love this picture. Very similar artwork on the back. But yeah, this is a no-brainer to keep. This is my favorite album of the 1970s. So yeah, so that's why I held on to that. My favorite album of the probably my second favorite. That's the Way It is my favorite. This is probably number 2 for me, and that's Promised Land. This is the companion album. Great shot of Elvis looking in fine form, singing on the cover. There is the, gotta love the pop-ups. There is the back cover. Yeah, this album I listen to a lot. Even when I'm at work, I'll stream it on Alexa and really enjoy listening to this. And then this is also my top 3, another no-brainer as I refer to it. This is February 1970, On Stage. So really cool cover shot. This was taken, I believe, in February of 1970. There is the back of it. I actually have had a couple folks reach out to me and ask me for That's the Way It Is and On Stage. Asked if I'd be willing to part with them, and I unfortunately had to tell them that they were not for sale. This next one, one of the most spectacular albums I think Elvis ever made in his lifetime. And this is on my list of albums that you would have to have as far as the original release if you're looking to build and start collecting and getting into the Elvis world. And that is From Elvis in Memphis, American Sound Sessions. I'm glad they kept the font and everything is a little bit different. I think the original font is yellow, but they kept the same shot on the front of this. The artwork on all these are so spectacular. I just love this picture of Elvis here too. That is staying. This one might surprise you, and you probably saw it before I even pulled it up. This one's becoming really hard to come by. There's only a handful of songs on it. It's mainly outtakes, but it's Stay Away Joe. And I really like the songs that is on this album. There's not many. Let's see. So you have Stay Away Joe, Dominic. All I Need Was the Rain, which is a great song, Going Home, Too Much Monkey Business, and U.S. Mail. And then the rest is, it's all outtakes from that particular album. Scotty's channel, which is Scott, I always got to think about it, Scotty's Elvis Presley music channel, I think it's called, but he just did a video and review on this same album probably about a week or two ago. Just check that out. I love watching his reviews. He does a very in-depth, very detailed review in the history of the recording sessions or history of the movies and everything. So he does a spectacular job with that. So I decided, even before that he did that video, that I was going to keep that one. This one I'm keeping just because it has a great song selection. I want to hide these so you can't see which ones are coming up next. I don't know if that'll get it far away, but this is from Elvis, an American Sound Studio, Memphis, Tennessee. I love the song selection off this album, which is a reason why I decided to keep it. You have just side one, Kentucky Rain, My Little Friend. And as I mentioned before, My Little Friend is one of my all-time favorites of his. Rubberneckin', If I'm a Fool for Loving You, True Love Travels on a Gravel Road, Hey Jude. Just great stuff. So there's that. All right, coming up next, this is an album that doesn't quite get the recognition that I think it deserves. It's kind of like considered the ugly stepchild of these recording sessions. And I'm talking about Love Letters from Elvis. One of my favorite studio albums, of the studio version album that I have of this. Absolutely great selection of songs. I think Elvis sounds spectacular on it. Yeah, this is another one I just had to keep because I just love the songs on it. It's one that I listen to. So just to give you an example, side one, it ain't no big thing, but it's growing. Heart of Rome, which honestly, I should say, that's my favorite song on this album. When I'm Over You, Got My Mojo Working, Keep Your Hands Off of It. Side B is Life, Cindy, Rags to Riches, Love Letters, and It Ain't No Big Thing, but It's Growing. So yeah, really cool album. This one you can still get. It is starting to get pricey. It is getting harder to find. My copy has a little bit of a bend on it, but sometimes that happens. So it is what it is. Coming up next is Roustabout. One of my favorite soundtracks. I think Elvis does such a great job with this soundtrack. And this is another one you can still get. The rest of these you can still get. Just great songs, great selections. Special limited 2 LP edition. Need my glasses. Features remixed stereo and original mono soundtrack masters with outtakes. Rare RCA Hollywood pressing plant record labels replicated on discs. So disc is staying. This next one, I just didn't sell it. I could have listed it. I decided not to. I don't know exactly why. If somebody were to make me an offer on it, I might move it. But at this point, I'm pretty much done selling what I sold. Easy come, easy go. You can still get this. You can still get it relatively cheap. Um, and yeah, I do like this album, so I'm glad to keep it. So coming up next, this is my favorite. You probably saw it. This is my favorite FTD cover of all time. I think this is amazing. Love the artwork, love the coloring, love the picture of Elvis, the graphics. Just a FTD outdid itself when they made this release. I think this is a 2020, yeah, 2021 release. Again, you could easily get this. They are out there. There's the artwork on the back. I think this is the artwork that from the calendar that it came with when it was first released back in 1962. One of my favorite soundtracks, top 5 definitely for me. So we're almost done. This next one, I just didn't list it. I don't know why I didn't list it, but at this point I'll just keep it. But this is Raised on Rock. I've got Rhythm in My Soul. Definitely not one of my favorites of the 70s. I just didn't list it. You can get it almost at, for how much it would cost when it came out, since it is considered one of the newer releases, probably the last 3 I think it was released. And then last but not least is this. I think this is an absolute home run for FTD. I think they outdid themselves making this. I love the song selection. Great back cover. So no, this is one I did want to hold on to regardless. Again, this is their most recent album release. So you could easily get this, but I just love the songs off this album. There weren't many that were made. It came out as an EP back in '62. But I was really happy when this came out, so I had no intention on moving that one. So there you have it. The next FTD I'm equally excited for. I probably will, as long as I like them, I will be getting any future FTDs that comes out. Because like I said, they come out, they're, I don't know, like 45, 46 bucks, whatever they are. So the next one's that's coming out is It Happened at the World's Fair. Again, a great soundtrack, great selection of songs. Elvis is in fine form. So yeah, I do plan on getting that when it comes out. And so yeah, but so yeah, like I said, I did keep a pretty decent chunk of them. So the ones that I did sell, they did help in upgrading some really cool things. Was able to even think about some Christmas gifts for my girls. So yeah, it worked out for everybody. I was glad to help out a couple of folks that were wanting to finalize and complete their collection. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video. I do really appreciate each and every one of you watching. So as always, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye.